checked out over here for Floofy Doofy? It's just the exam, right? Nothing else is on there, correct? Yeah, let me take a look. This looks like you came in complaining about an ear infection. His ear's really infected. And you declined all treatment. You declined the cytology and medications going home. So it's just the exam today, ma'am. Yeah, I'm not doing a microology or whatever the hell you just said. I'm just doing the exam. Okay, well, I'm sure we'll see you back here in a few weeks because his ear infection is probably gonna get worse. But the exam today is $75. It is ready for your card. So what's gonna happen in a few weeks whenever my dog still has an ear infection? Who's gonna pay for it then? Well, whenever you do bring your dog back, which I can 100% guarantee you will, because your dog has a double ear infection, you will be paying for way more than the exam because you are gonna need to treat your dog's ears eventually. You are just putting off the inevitable and will likely in the long run have to pay more money. So $75 today because you're declining everything, cash or card. It's not that I'm declining everything, it's just I feel that the treatment price should be included in the exam charge, along with the antibiotics, along with the biocytology, whatever the hell you said. All those things should be included in the 75. And that's your opinion and that's 100% fine, but it's not an opinion that your dog has a really bad double ear infection. So we'll see you soon, and I hope you have the day you deserve. Thank you for calling the vet clinic. How may I help you? I need to get my dog in for an appointment. It's an emergency. Okay, what's going on with your pet? And can you give me your first and last name? So I've been giving my dog Maxwell some new treats and his stomach just doesn't really seem to be liking them. My name is Joe Smith. Okay, yep, Joe Smith with Maxwell. It looks like we do have you in the system. Can you tell me a little bit about these treats that you've been giving? They're not really like dog treats. I've just been giving him some raisins. You've been giving your dog raisins? It's really no big deal. But yes, I have been giving my dog raisins and they don't really seem to be agreeing with him. Yes, sir, grapes are toxic to dogs. I didn't say I was giving grapes. I said I was giving him raisins. Raisins are dried grapes? Okay, I didn't know that. Can I get in for an appointment or not? Thank you for calling the vet clinic. How can I help you? Hi, I just need to make an appointment, please. Okay, of course. What's your first and last name and what dates and times are you looking for? It's under Rachel Jones, and I actually don't really know what dates and times I'm looking for. Okay, Rachel Jones. And do you just want me to go over our first available with you, or do you have any dates in particular that work better than others? I have no idea. I don't have my calendar in front of me, so I don't know. Okay, do you want to give me a call back whenever you do have your calendar? We can go over different dates and different times. No, as long as it doesn't interfere with Timmy's soccer and Leia's ballet, I think we'll be fine. Or school drop-off or school pickup, sorry. And not too close to traffic time, not too close to breakfast, and not too close to dinner. Okay, I have absolutely no idea when your kids' activities are or when they're in school, whenever you do drop off and pick up. I don't know what time you eat breakfast or what time you eat dinner. So we're open from 7 to 6. We can really do any appointment in there. The doctors do go to lunch, but other than that, we're pretty open. Can you just give me, again, like a date range or time range? And I just don't know because, like I said, I don't have my calendar in front of me and I'm driving, but I really need to get this appointment booked on the schedule because I'm really busy. Okay, so just looking at the schedule for next week, we do have a ton of availability. So we could do really anything from 9 to 4 on Monday and Tuesday. And then Wednesdays, we have evenings. We have 2 to 4:30 open. And then Thursdays, we have mornings. We have 8 to 10. And then we also have the evenings. And then after that, there's just more and more availability the further out you go. Do maybe any of those work for you? Did you hear me say that I have conflicts at all of those times? I literally said that those are the times that are not going to work. So I really need you to help work around my schedule. This is not going to go anywhere until you get your calendar. So how about you just give us a call back a little later once you know what times you're available and what dates, because I cannot help you right now. Anything else? Hi, welcome into the restaurant. How can I help you guys? So we're not doing great. Thank you for asking. I need you to change something real quick. Okay, I can do my best. What do you need changed, ma'am? Most restaurants have their silverware wrapped in some kind of cloth or linen. This is paper. Yes, ma'am, we do have paper napkins at this restaurant. Do you have any questions about the menu though? Do you want to get started with any drinks? Just so unhelpful. But anyways, last question for right now. I was looking at the menu before we came over here and I actually hate every single item that you serve. Is there any like off menu kind of things we can order, like a secret menu or a chef special that the chef has like secret ingredients for in the back, or just so you looked at the menu before coming over here, didn't like any of the options, but you still decided to come and dine here? Yeah, I mean, it's just like whenever I'm at home or going to like a dinner party, I can just go in the kitchen and like make something different than what's being offered, or I can like bring a dish with me. This isn't your home. This is a restaurant with a set menu. So do you want a second with the menu to look it over and see if there's anything you want, or do you want to like go home? The last restaurant I went to, they were able to accommodate me, but we'll just take 2 standard house margaritas then. Okay, 2 margaritas coming right up. Thank you for coming into the vet clinic that I work at. How may I help you? I need to return this right now, and I am not happy that you conned my husband into buying whatever this is. Okay, yeah, this is heartworm preventative, and this also, it does not just prevent against heartworms, it's fleas, ticks, and other intestinal parasites as well. Are you sure you want to return this? My dog doesn't go outside ever. Yes, sometimes we go hiking in Colorado. Yes, sometimes we go to dog parks and he likes to sniff and eat poo, but I am not getting conned into this. And every time I send my husband in here, he always comes home with unnecessary things that I did not approve of. Because if you're taking your dog to those places, you definitely want to be on a preventative, especially because it's summertime outside and there's tons of mosquitoes, and that is how heartworms are transmitted, through mosquito bites. No, I don't care, and I already gave my dog one of them because my husband just decided to do that without asking me. So there's 5 of them in here, and I expect a refill for all 6 of them because I did not approve it. Okay, so I can put in a note for the doctor. I don't think we're going to be able to give you a refund on the one that you've already given. But since these are still in the blister packs, just double check. Yeah, since these are still in the blister packs, I will be able to give you a refund on the ones that you're returning. But I do think that you should know about the side effects of, you know, fleas, ticks, heartworms, roundworms, all of the ones that these protect against. I don't care. This dog is more expensive than my human children, so I'm not paying for this medication, especially because any insurance doesn't cover it. Okay, here is a brochure on some pet insurances that do have wellness and preventative packages for the future. This is something that you might want to look into, but again, it is an optional treatment. I will refund it back to your card. Hi, welcome into the restaurant. How may I help you? Yeah, I'm here to pick up my to-go order. Okay, unfortunately right now we don't have any to-go orders that have been called in that are ready to be picked up. Are you sure you're at the right location? Yes, I just got off the phone with you specifically because I recognize your voice. I just called. Okay, I apologize for the confusion, but I don't think that it was me that you were talking to. The phone hasn't rang for quite a while and we haven't gotten any to-go orders for today. Look, lady, it's my daughter's birthday and I have about 30 hungry teenagers at my house. You need to rectify this mistake right now. This restaurant is a franchise, so is there any possibility that maybe you called a different location or... No, you're not turning this around on me. There's absolutely no way that I'm at the wrong location. This is perfect. I'm getting a free meal out of this. I am not paying for this meal. I'm not tipping you. Okay, so maybe do you mind calling the phone number that you called back and let's see if it rings here at the restaurant or if it rings somewhere else. By all means, love to prove you wrong. Well, I don't know why it's not ringing in this restaurant, but clearly you blocked my phone number. No, ma'am, we did not block your phone number, but if you read off the number for me, I'm happy to look it up in our system and see which of our locations it is so I can let you know where you need to go. No, because regardless of the phone not ringing here, this is your mistake. Clearly you deleted the to-go order, someone messed up with it, you blocked the phone number so I wouldn't come in and pick it up. This is still on you, and I'm never coming back here ever again, and now I have to explain this to my kids. That's entirely untrue. But have a good day, and bye. Hi, welcome into the restaurant. What's the name on your reservation? What do you mean name on the reservation? We never have to have a reservation. We can always just get a table immediately. Okay, let me check our availability. We are a little bit busy right now. As you can see, it is a Friday night, but we should be able to get... What do you mean? Check on what though? Can you explain what you're checking on right now? Because we are here right now, so we're ready to eat and get a table, get this party started. So what are you checking on? I understand that everyone is here, just like all the other people here, but I am just checking to see if we have a table open for you. Do you have a preference of booth, table, indoor, outdoor? Why would I have a preference of where I'm eating food? It doesn't matter where we're gonna be consuming this said food that we haven't ordered yet. Okay, well, it's gonna be a 10-minute wait regardless of the seating arrangement, but I will put you down for the first available, so we will call your name whenever you're ready. I'm sorry, 10 minutes for who and for where and for what? We are here right now. If we wanted to get a table in 10 minutes, we would show up 10 minutes from now. Can I ask you a question? Does this work? Does this work when you go places? When you demand things like this? Does it work? But yes, it is going to be 10 minutes. I do apologize. I know it's frustrating. But please take a seat up here at the front, or you are more than welcome to go sit at the bar with your family and maybe have a drink and calm down. You know what? We will go have a drink. Thanks. Yeah. Yeah. Hi, sir. Your table's ready. If you just want to follow me, I'll go ahead and take you to your seat, okay? Well, finally, that took you long enough. Even though it's been less than 10 minutes, it still took you long enough. Here are your menus. Have a great night. I'm gonna go warn the server, so. Hi, welcome into the super busy restaurant. How can I help you guys tonight? And no, and it wasn't even my fault that his house burnt down. Before we get started, I do just want to let you know that any parties bigger than 8, there is an automatic 20% gratuity added onto the check, okay? Yeah, sure thing. Can we go ahead and order our drinks? We've been waiting for an absurdly long amount of time. We're thirsty. Yes, ma'am. What can I get you started with? So we are gonna do 2 pitchers of margaritas for the table, and whenever you bring them out, you can just put one of them down there and one of them right here. Okay, perfect. 2 pitchers of margaritas for the table. I'm not done speaking yet. There is no need to interrupt me. We still want to order our appetizers. I definitely did not interrupt you. I was just repeating your order back to you. Anyways, we're gonna do 2 chips and queso, one down there, one right here, and then an order of your steak quesadillas. Okay. Okay, that's your cue to leave? I'm finished talking now. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna go put that into the computer and then I'll be right back. Are you not gonna read back the order to us? How do we know that you wrote it down correctly? Sorry, I just didn't want to magically interrupt you again. We're gonna do 2 pitchers of our house margaritas for the table, 2 orders of chips and queso, and the steak quesadillas for the table. Anything else? No, that's all. Okay, it's now the end of the night. Here are your checks for everyone. You've been such a pleasure to serve. It's been a great night. Please let me know if you need anything else. Yeah, no, not so fast. You didn't think we would notice this at the bottom? Yes, ma'am. What's wrong? I can clearly see that you've just gone over there and you've just added in your own little tip, you little thieving witch. Yes, ma'am. So as stated in the beginning, any party larger than 8 is automatic gratuity, so you don't have to be tipping me anything. Technically, it's all just included. No, but when I go out, I don't tip 20%. If anything, it's only 5%. I would have never tipped you this. I understand. Trust me, that's why this policy is in place for large parties. But again, there's nothing I can do about it. That is just restaurant policy, and I did inform you of it in the beginning. Well, right where it says additional tip, I'm writing a big old fat 0 right there. That's perfectly fine. Yeah. Have a good night. I feel like she just stole from us. Hi, ma'am. Are you all ready to get checked out? I am, and I want to make sure that that special dewormer is not on my invoice. Okay. I don't see a dewormer on here. Is that something that the tech or doctor discussed with you? Yes, the doctor said there's some kind of monthly wormer that I need to give so that his worms don't go from his heart into his stool. I don't really know exactly, but I don't want to do that. Okay, so the heartworm preventative, which I think is what you're talking about, is different than if your dog had intestinal parasites in their stool. They get heartworms through mosquitoes, and it is summer in Texas right now, so there's definitely a lot of mosquitoes out. We don't deal with that at my house because we live in a gated community and then we have a fence as well. That's super great that you live in a gated community, but what does that have to do with the heartworm preventative? Obviously, we don't get bugs or mosquitoes or anything because we live in a gated community and in a fenced-in yard. Okay, they can still get through the gate and through the fence, little, flying insects and everything. Yeah, but it is, again, optional. It is a monthly preventative that does protect your dog against heartworms. Heartworm treatment can be pretty pricey, so we do recommend getting heartworm preventative to protect your dog and their, longevity and their quality of life. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. I'll have to talk to the HOA and stuff. Okay, for sure. Yeah, you definitely talk to the HOA about that. I'll put down that you're not going to get any heartworm preventative today, but feel free to give us a call anytime if you do want to get even just 1 month's supply and try it out for a bit, or if you want to get a year's worth. It's a little bit cheaper that way. So have a good day. Okay, ma'am, you are all checked in. Whenever the nurse is free, she'll be right with you if you just want to take a seat. What is going on back there? What do you mean? What do you mean what's going on back there? I can clearly see through that glass window that there are technicians right there. Do they know that I'm here? Yes, ma'am. I did just check you in 2 seconds ago, and they are both currently busy, it looks like, with other pets. So whenever they're free, they will come up here. No, but they are literally, can you see? They're literally just standing there doing absolutely nothing. Ma'am, they're not doing nothing. One is prepping a dog for surgery and one is doing a nail trim. Okay, but it is 9:30 right now. It's the time of my appointment. Not that it's really much of your business what they're doing, but you are next in line, you are checked in, and when the nurse is free, they will come up here. But why is my appointment time suffering because they're behind? Oh, nope, see, we're not gonna go there. They are very busy and they are working very hard. They are not behind. They're wonderful. So we're not gonna come for the techs. We're gonna take a seat and they'll be right up. So then it's probably a scheduling problem, which would be a you problem. Ma'am, it's not even 9:31 and your appointment time is at 9:30 and it looks like they are almost finished. There can be sometimes a little bit of a wait, just how it is probably anywhere you go. I'm gonna go sit over in that chair right there that's right by the window and I'm just gonna stare through the glass at them. That's so weird, but you're welcome to sit anywhere in the lobby. I hate that glass window. Hi, welcome into the vet clinic. How may I help you? Hi, I've never been here before, and your clinic was really hard to find. Okay, I'm sorry to hear that, but what can I do for you? Welcome into the clinic. I need to get my dog seen, but I don't really have the funds to go through an appointment and to update his vaccines. Okay, here are some different pet insurance plans that we accept here. We do also accept care credit, and once you're an established client here, we would be able to offer you some payment plans as well. Are you insinuating that I can't pay for my own dog? Oh, no, I'm sorry. That was not my intention at all. I was just trying to offer you some payment plans so we could go ahead and get you established and to get your dog seen. I don't like your tone, and I don't really think I want to be a part of this vet clinic when it's really hard to find anyways. Your Google doesn't seem to be updated. Our Google address is updated. It does have pictures on it too. It does show the buildings that we're in between, and we have multiple signs on the road showing where we are. Whatever. I have my dog in the car, so we'll go ahead and be seen. Okay, I really wish you would have called ahead, but we don't have any appointments. The doctor's actually in surgery right now, so he's not seeing appointments. And we are booked out a few weeks for exam vaccine appointments. Do you want to give me your information so I can set you up with a patient profile? Why would I come here though and give you my money when you already think I'm broke, suggesting these things to me? Ma'am, be so for real right now. Okay. No, it's so easy. You just have to ask for it. Hi, can we get 2 large iced teas, please? Hi, welcome in. 2 teas, anything else? Yes, and can you make the iced teas Long Island style, please? Okay, so you're wanting just a regular unsweet iced tea, or are you wanting Long Island iced teas? So we want an iced tea, but just like in parentheses, or you can just tell them off to the side that we want to make it Long Island style. So a Long Island iced tea doesn't actually have any tea in it, and there's a big difference between just an iced tea and a Long Island, and if you're wanting a Long Island, I'll need to see your ID. No, I'm sorry, I don't think you're quite understanding what I'm asking. I want just an iced tea, but I want it to be modified into a Long Island iced tea, but I don't want a Long Island iced tea from the menu. I just want an iced tea made the Long Island way. That's not how this works, and frankly makes no sense. So, do you have your ID so I can just take a look at it real quick? We didn't bring our IDs, so yeah, just an iced tea, but Long Island. I will not be serving you anything from the bar area or from the cocktail menu. I'll be right back with just 2 regular iced teas, which is what you originally were wanting anyways. I don't know, that one bartender let us just do that. Sorry, she's definitely not getting a tip if you're not going to be considerate. Thanks for calling the vet clinic. How can I help you? Hi, my cat has the plague and I need to get her seen. What do you mean that your cat has the plague, ma'am? My cat's name is Sir Pawington, and he has tiny black speckles all over him that jump from his skin onto the couch. They're just jumping around. So it's the plague. I Googled it. A plague of fleas? Maybe, yeah. It sounds like your cat possibly could have fleas. Are you on any kind of preventative? Fleas? You're being ridiculously dramatic. My cat is an indoor cat, and the black specks on his body are definitely like leprosy or the plague. Wow, you have such a vivid imagination. But let's get you in for a tech visit with Sir Pawington. Bring them in, and the tech can take a look and see if it is fleas, and if it is, then we can get you started on some kind of preventative, and if it's something more dramatic than fleas for any reason, we can get you in to see the doctor. I think this is above a tech's pay grade because it's definitely a rare form of the plague. My indoor cat could never possibly not one time have fleas, even though she goes and sits on the patio and, you know, I leave and come back home and do all of those kind of things. There's no way that it could be fleas. So I want to see the doctor. I don't want to see a tech. Okay. By all means, I'll put Sir Pawington down for an exam with the doctor, and then we'll go from there. Are there any certain things that I need to do with him being just so sick and possibly having a rare disease? Like, do I need to come in the back door? Do you need to put me in a room immediately? Like, what's your protocol for these kinds of things? To make everyone's life easier, we'll go ahead and just put you in a room right when you get here. So whenever you do get here, give us a call, and then we'll just scoot your boot into a room. Okay, yeah, we'll see you soon. Have a good day. Thank you for calling the vet clinic right before we close. How may I help you? Hi, this is Joe Smith with Floofy Doofy, and I really need to get in for a nail trim. His nails are getting really, really long. I know y'all are about to close, but I live 5 minutes down the road. Do you mind if I just pop in real quick and just see a tech? Okay, we do have a tech slot open for 5 minutes from now. Do you think you could be here by then? There are still, 4 or 5 techs here. Yes, that's perfect. I will be right there. Thank you so much. Hi, I'm here with Floofy Doofy. Here he is. Okay, hi Floofy Doofy. Sir, why is he crying and holding his paw and his dew claw is bleeding all over the floor? Oh yeah, I just thought that you could just trim it off, just go ahead and cut it off. He snagged it earlier today on the fence. Okay, yeah, that looks really bad. Okay, I'm gonna go get the doctor. Thankfully, he's still here. We're just gonna go ahead and put you in a room, and I'll go over everything with you in there, okay? Okay, so the dew claw, it's in pretty bad shape. We are gonna need to do an x-ray and probably sedate your dog. Is that okay with you, Mr.? That's totally fine. It looked really serious to me, so I did plan on being here for a few hours. Okay. Your total today at the vet clinic is gonna be $5.50. Will that be cash or card? It'll be neither. I have this coupon. Okay, let me take a look. So this coupon is for the art festival that's happening right now. This is not for our vet clinic. No, sweetheart, you are mistaken. This was a coupon issued by the city for every place in the city. Okay, yes, I do know that the city issued coupons can be confusing, but this is for the art festival that is happening this coming weekend. And on the back of this coupon, it does have a list of the participating businesses, and they are the vendors and the food and the different things in the festival. But you're within the city, so that doesn't make sense, and I'm not able to pay my invoice today without this coupon. Okay, this is a $10 coupon, and your total is over $500. Okay, then I would like all of my services taken off besides whatever totals in $10. Beginning of your appointment, you did sign an estimate saying you wanted to do the exam, you wanted to do the vaccines, you wanted to do the radiographs that were needed along with the pre-op blood work because your dog is going to have a growth removal and a dental procedure coming up. Yeah, we cannot take off those services. Okay, but since you are a business within the city, I would like this coupon applied. You have a few coupons here, but they are for food and for heartworm preventative, and they're more like rebates. So, is that going to be cash or card? Okay, honey buns, I think you're confused about what a city-issued coupon means. Maybe we should go get the manager. Okay, I'd be happy to go get the manager for you. I'm just letting you know that you're the 5th person to come in here with these coupons, and she has made a very strict no to accepting the coupons because we are not participating in them. Thus, we would not get reimbursed by the city for the coupon. If you want to take a seat, I will go grab her. Thank you for calling the vet clinic I work at. Is this a medical emergency or do you mind holding for just one moment? No, I cannot hold. This is an emergency. I need to speak to somebody immediately about my dog. Okay, yeah, of course. So do you want to just tell me your first and last name so I can look you up in the system and tell me what's going on with your dog? It's his nails. Oh my goodness, it's his nails. Okay, what's going on with his nails? Does he have a torn nail or did he rip his dew claw? What's going on? No, honey. It's nothing like that. It's just that I was picking up Mr. Floofydoofyy off the ground and he didn't draw blood, but his nail caught the inside of my forearm, so I'm gonna need to get him scheduled for a nail trim immediately. Okay, so just a nail trim wouldn't technically qualify for an emergency or for a walk-in or work-in appointment that we have set to the side for emergencies, but I could definitely get you scheduled with a tech appointment. What is your first and last name again? Okay, thank you. My dog's name is Mr. Floofydoofyy Smith. Okay? Okay, yes, I do see Mr. Floofydoofyy Smith right here, and it looks like we haven't seen you since 2013. And you're out of date on your rabies vaccine. So we're gonna need to get that updated before we can do any kind of nail trim on your pet. No, I just want a nail trim. I'm not gonna be doing rabies on my dog. My dog doesn't even go outside that much. My dog is a completely indoor dog. They barely even go outside to pee because I just let them urinate on pee pads. Okay, so in order to do the nail trim, we do need to update the rabies. So that's just a $20 for the rabies vaccine, and then we'd be able to do the nail trim at the same exact. So my dog is not coming in encounter with wild feral animals that would have rabies. So we're not going to be doing that, and we're going to do a nail trim, okay? I'm sorry, I'll be right with you. So ma'am, we do require it here at our clinic. It is mandatory, and most roomers and other vet clinics also require it because it is required by law for rabies to be updated in the state of Texas. So we do require it here for you to get a nail trim, okay? I want all my records emailed to me. I am not going to be doing this with you. Every time I call, there's always something that you're trying to tack on to my bill. I want all of my records emailed to me, and I would like a call from your manager because I think that this is ridiculous that you're trying to upcharge me $20 for an already expensive nail trim. It's not even hard to cut my Floofydoofy's nails, okay? So, okay, I will send them to the current email on file, and again, we've only seen you one time in 2013, so there's just 2 pages of records, but I will send them right over to you. Morning. Why is there already a lady banging on the door? Hi, good morning. Is there something that I can help you with, ma'am? I've been sitting outside in my car for an hour waiting for you to get here. Okay, I'm sorry you waited for so long. We open at 7:30 and it's 7 o'clock right now. So you've been outside in your car since 6? Yes, I'm dropping off my dog for surgery and you guys told me to be here by 6 a.m. I don't think we would have told you to be here by 6. We don't even open our lobby doors until 7:30 and then surgery drop off is between 7:30 and 8. As you can see on this paper right here, it says surgery drop-off is at 6 a.m. So at the bottom where you're pointing, it says surgery pickup for tomorrow is between 3 to 6 p.m. But it does say right here up at the top that Surgery drop-off for today is between 7:30 and 8. I don't care what it says. I didn't even have time to grab my coffee because I rushed over here to be in the parking lot by 6 a.m. So just take my dog right now. So I can't take your dog quite yet. There's nobody else here besides just the receptionist. The techs do come in about 15 to 20 minutes. So you're more than welcome to come inside and wait, or you can just wait in your car. How about you do your job for once in your life and just go ahead and take my dog and just put him back there in the surgery area. So you do need to sign the anesthetic release form and some drop-off forms, and they do need to go over the surgery with you in a little bit more detail. So it's probably just going to be another half-hour wait, but you're welcome to go grab some coffee or whatever you need right now, and then you can come back when we're open at 7:30. This is the most inconvenient way to have surgery drop-off and pickups done. Who came up with this? You most definitely have made this the most inconvenient way to do a surgery drop-off. Yeah. Okay, so we'll see you at 7:30. See you later. Thank you for calling the restaurant. How can I help you? Hi, it's me, Patrice, Patty. I know you know who I am, but I need to make a reservation. Hi, good morning. What day and time are you looking for, and how many people would be in your party? You must be new. My family pretty much funds your restaurant, but anyways, it's Patrice, Christmas Eve dinner, 10 people, 7 o'clock. Unfortunately, ma'am, we've been booked up for Christmas Eve dinner for a few months now. I can put you on the wait list, but I'm sorry, did you black out or something when I said my name and who I am? We always come to your restaurant for Christmas Eve. Yes, ma'am, I did hear you say your name, but unfortunately, like I said, we have been booked out for months. People book online, people have been calling, we don't have anything. I can put you on the wait list, but that's about all I can do unless you want to come in. We could do like 3:30 or 4, but I know that's not really dinner. We could do 9 o'clock, but I know that's past dinner. So this has been a tradition in my family for the last 17,000 years. We always come to your restaurant for Christmas Eve dinner. We open presents around the table. We do this whole thing. Okay, sounds like you want to be put on the wait list. So is this the best callback number for you, or is there a different phone number? And just to confirm, you said it would be 10 people for 7 o'clock on Christmas Eve, correct? What am I supposed to tell my family? That we're changing our Christmas tradition? Do you know what a tradition is? Yes, coming to this restaurant on Christmas Eve is a lot of families' traditions. Yes, ma'am. But okay, you are on the wait list if there's anything else. There's not anything else, but you should expect to see the Patrice family there on Christmas Eve. 'Tis the season to be kind. Have a good day, man. Hi, I'm dropping my dog off. I got a skadoodle. Hi, good morning, ma'am. Welcome to the vet clinic. What is your pet's name and what are you here for? This is obviously Floofy Doofy, and he's here for surgery. Okay, if you don't mind just coming back over to the desk, I do need to get some information from you. Has Floofy Doofy been fasted? How would I know if he's been fasted? Did he eat breakfast? Did you pick up his food last night? Has he had any treats? I don't know. This isn't even my dog. This is my husband's dog. Okay, Smokey, let's get your husband on the phone. If you don't mind taking a seat though, the nurse is gonna have to come up here and have you sign the anesthetic release form, and we do have a few more questions for you. I didn't plan on being here for hours and hours on end answering pointless questions. So I'm gonna go. Ma'am, your dog is having surgery, so it's just gonna be a second. Did your husband tell you if he wanted to do traditional versus radio wave? I'm sure he wants to do whatever is the most expensive. Well, radio wave does have a lot of really great benefits, but the nurse is gonna have to have you sign the anesthetic release form, the drop-off form, and there's just a few more things that we need to cover. Again, you are dropping your dog off for surgery. I didn't plan on being here for hours and hours on end. Like I said, I'm in a hurry. Okay, you are 2 hours late to the drop-off time that we told you, and your husband. The nurses are now already seeing rooms because drop-off was this morning, so it's just gonna be a little bit longer of a wait. No, you see, here's his leash, and I'm leaving. Ma'am, if you leave, we will not be able to do surgery on your dog. Sit down. Can I get you guys started with another round of drinks? Do you want to order any appetizers? Can you define what another round of drinks means? Okay, if you don't want the same drinks, I can get you something different. Or if you don't want any more drinks, I can bring over some water or some sodas. This drink had absolutely no alcohol in it. I couldn't taste one drop of alcohol. I need a much stronger drink the next time. Okay, I can 100% assure you that there was alcohol in the drink, but if you're wanting it to be a little bit stronger, do you want to make it a double? It will be extra for it being a double, but look, I'm a very wealthy man, sweetheart, so I expect to get what I pay for. Even though this is a cheap dive bar, I still drop a lot of money, so yes, make it a double. When people talk about their money, usually indicates that they're not going to be a very good tipper, so maybe this is some foreshadowing, but sure thing, I will go ring that in the computer and then I'll be right back with your double. This tastes absolutely disgusting. This tastes like gasoline. Yes, I'm sure you can taste it now with it being a double in a very small glass. Are you wanting me to bring over a tall glass with a little bit more mixers? I just feel like this is some kind of scam because clearly you don't know how to be a server and the bartender doesn't know how to make drinks. Like, did he even go to bartending school? You know what I mean? Like, this is completely ridiculous. I hear everything that you're saying, but I'm not really sure what you would like me to do about it. So do you want to give me a solution to your problem and I can go do it for you real quick to try to salvage the situation, or what? So I have an idea that you should have suggested beforehand. I'm gonna need you to scoot your boot back up to the bar, get me a tall glass with ice and a little bit of the mixer that I've been drinking so I can make the drink a little bit more diluted. I know that sounds hard to do, but can you do that? Right, because I didn't suggest that earlier. I'll be right back with that. Hi ma'am, are you ready to get checked out? How was your visit today? It was not good. I'd like to lodge a formal complaint. Okay, I'm so sorry to hear that. What's going on? What happened? I don't like being treated like a secret client. I'm sorry, what do you mean a secret client? You've been treating us like you're ashamed of us from the second we made this appointment. You told us to go through the back door, and then you shoved us directly in a room the moment we got here, and it was the most corner room at that. I do apologize. That wasn't the intention. When you called, you said your dog was coughing and hacking and recently stayed at Puppy Paws and they just had a kennel cough outbreak. I don't care what kind of outbreak they had. They could have had a COVID outbreak for all I care. That policy is in place to protect all dogs, and your dog as well, ma'am. I don't care whose policy it is, but I want to talk to the doctor. Not the hospital manager, to the doctor. You were just with him, so you were more than welcome to talk to him about it then, but now he's moved on to another room, but I can put in a note for the doctor to give you a call later on when he's free. How do I know you're going to put in a note, and what are you going to say about me to him? I'm just going to let him know that you have questions about our kennel cough policy and how you didn't like being asked to go immediately to a room with a sick pet. I have more so of a problem with how this policy is being enforced, not really with the doctor. Well, I'm sure he'll be very happy to hear that I'm informing policy, keeping dogs safe. The card machine is ready for you, ma'am. Thanks for calling the vet clinic the exact second we open. How can I help you? Hello? I've been calling you for hours. Hello? Hello, are you there? Oh my gosh. Hi, good morning, ma'am. Yes, I'm here and I can hear you. How can I help you? Did you not get my 10 voicemails that I left you? Hello? Good morning, ma'am. We did have a few voicemails from a few different people. Can you tell me who you are so I can go ahead and look up your chart? This is urgent and I need to speak to the vet immediately. I don't have time for this right now. I understand it is 7:01 right now and we open at 7 o'clock. So you're the first call of the day. What's your name so I can help you, ma'am? My name is Amanda Smith with floofydoofyy. And I need to get a medication of his refilled immediately. I need to speak to the vet right now. Okay, Amanda Smith, floofydoofyy. The vet isn't here yet. He does get here at 7:30, but I can go ahead and put in a message for him regarding a refill request. What medication is it? So you open at 7 or 7:30? I don't quite understand where the discrepancy is right now because I would like, as a client, to speak to the vet. You're really setting the tone for a really great day. Thank you. But the vet is not here yet. Like I said, we are open right now for drop-offs and different things like that, but he doesn't start seeing appointments until a little bit later. So he comes in later. What medication though are you needing refilled? So I can put in this message for him and we can hang up the phone. I need a refill of his heartworm preventative. As luck may have it, I can get that refill for you. It looks like, yeah, floofydoofyy's up to date on his exam and his heartworm test. So are you wanting 6 months or a year? I would like whatever I got the last time. Okay, can you just look at that for me? Okay, I will refill you 6 months worth of heartworm preventative. It'll be ready within the next, 10-15 minutes. So I don't need to speak to the vet. Not for this instance right now. Yeah. Okay, well, I hope you have a really great morning, and we'll see you later. Bye. Thank you for calling the vet clinic I work at. This is Ashley. How may I help you? Hi, yes, I'd like to drop my dog off for boarding, please. Okay, perfect. Let's get you scheduled. What is your first and last name? It is Luna Smith. Okay, would it maybe be under a different last name, or maybe I could try your phone number? It doesn't look like we have any Luna Smiths. No, I've actually never been to your clinic before, but my flight does leave in 2 hours, so I'm actually driving right now on the way to your vet clinic to drop off my dog for boarding. Okay, so we actually don't have any space available right now, even for our established clients, because this is a holiday weekend, and we do book out weeks and weeks in advance for these kinds of things. But let me check in the area and see maybe if another clinic might have room for you immediately. No, I'm sorry. Even though I've never been to your vet clinic, I am going to be dropping off my dog. So I will be there. I'm right around the corner. Okay, sweetie? Okay, let me just check with the doctor and see, because sometimes we do have overbook kennels and runs available, and it looks like today we didn't have any dentals or surgery procedures, so we might be able to get you in one of those overbook rooms. Do you happen to have, if he says yes, a copy of your vaccines from a different vet clinic? No, I actually don't believe in vaccines. I'm not sure why you would ask me that. So no, we don't get our dog any vaccines, and don't even try to get me started on titers either. We don't titer our dog, okay? So none of it, okay? Okay, so we do require all of the core vaccines to be updated, along with the fecal and heartworm test, and with the kennel cough outbreak and the flu outbreak right now, we do require those vaccines to be... No. I'm going to stop you right there. Because I'm not doing that, and you are going to be taking my dog. I have lived in this area for 20 years. 20 years. Okay, that's probably longer than you've worked there, and probably longer than you've actually been alive. So I'm going to need you to take my dog because I'm pulling into your parking lot right now. Ma'am, I'm sorry, there's absolutely no way we're going to be able to without them being vaccinated, and probably every other clinic in this area is the same thing. I mean, maybe we could give you rabies and bordetella today, but you would have to... Oh, well, hello, Mrs. Smith. No, it's so easy. Hi, can we get 2 large glasses of cranberry juice, please? Okay, 2 large glasses of cranberry juice. Do you want to start off with any appetizers? We'll get some fried pickles, and then just the 2 glasses of cranberry juice. Perfect, sure thing. I'm gonna go place your order and I'll be right back with the drinks. Okay, here's your cranberry juices. Your fried pickles should be out shortly. Let me know in the meantime if you need anything else. Yeah, just put it under the table and pour the vodka under it. She'll never see it. She's all the way over there. Cheers. Yeah, that's how you get free alcohol. I just wanted to let y'all know we went ahead and canceled your order of fried pickles, and you are free to go at any time, so have a great day. What do you mean we're free to leave? We just sat down and we're not finished with our drinks, and we still want food. Well, we all could see you taking out that massive sparkly flask out of your purse and pouring drinks under the table, and it is against the law to bring alcohol into an establishment like this. So yes, we are going to need you to leave right now. You can't kick us out. You have no proof of anything. We haven't done anything wrong. We're literally just sitting here drinking our cranberry juice. We can 100% deny you service. We could lose our liquor license. We could be massively fined. You need to leave before my manager decides to call the cops. Okay, fine, we'll leave. Gosh, why do you have to be so strict about it? Nothing would happen. It's totally fine. Why can't you just be chill? Get out. Bye. Here's the estimate for your dog's visit today. Do you have any questions on it? I do. These prices are outrageous. Is there anything that I can clear up for you? Or do you have any questions on the services? Is there anything that you don't want to do today? When I used to come in, the rabies vaccine was $5. You're saying that it's $25? Yes, ma'am. The rabies vaccine does cost $25, but it is a 3-year vaccine, so you won't have to get the vaccine for another 3 years. Well, I'm going to change the prices on here a little bit. Can I use this pen? So for the rabies vaccine, I think I'm just going to stick with the $5. Thank you so much, but I'm not going to be paying the extra $20. The prices are non-negotiable. Yes, the rabies vaccine is $25. I think for all the vaccines, It looks like the distemper and the few other ones. Yeah, we're just going to do 5 all across the board. I think that's easier too because I'm going to be paying in cash. So I can just do $5, $5, $5, you know, $5. Again, that's not how this works. This is the estimate for our services, and our prices are competitive and just pretty standard. So do you have any other questions? Well, $5 for each vaccine is my best and final, so you can take it or leave it. Okay, so we'll be leaving it. Do you want me to send your records to a different clinic, or are you wanting to price shop around and maybe just give us a call back later? This is the worst customer service experience I've ever had. The fact that you can't bring your prices down to help me out is ridiculous. Okay, so there are a few low-cost vaccination stations and different things like that around the corner where you can go get the vaccines at a lower rate. But again, here, these are the prices. So is there anything that I can do for you today? We're not gonna be negotiating on the prices though. Hi, we have a reservation for tonight for 4 people. Welcome in. What's the last name on the reservation? It's under I'm sorry, I didn't get that. Can you repeat the name again? The last name is So it's for 6:15, party of 4, whichever name the reservation is under, that's great. I'm sorry, I'm still not getting the last name. We do have a few parties of 4 for 6:15. Do you want to write down the name, or do you want to try saying it one more time? I just have no idea what name she used. So again, we'll just take the next table that seats 4 people for 6:15, because that's when the reservation was for. I can't seat you without a reservation because we are on a wait list and we are completely booked up. It'll be in about an hour and a half wait if you don't have a reservation. Should I just go ahead and put you on the wait list, or did you remember the name? I have no idea what to tell you, and I don't know why you're making this so difficult. We have a reservation at 6:15 for 4 people. Can't you just make it work? No, ma'am, I can't. It would definitely make my job a lot easier if I could, but I can't. So I'm going to go ahead and put you on the wait list. I do need your name, though, for you to go on the wait list. There's a bar behind you, and you're more than welcome to grab a drink and some appetizers while you wait for your table. You should have my name, though, from the original reservation. But since you clearly don't have it, my name is Mirabella. See, that wasn't so hard for you to give me your name. Yeah. Okay, here is your clicker. We'll let you know whenever your table's ready. Welcome into the vet clinic. How may I help you today? Hi, I'm just here to drop off my dog for boarding. Okay, what's your first and last name so I can get you checked in? It's under Karen Smith, and I have Floofy Doofy here. Okay, Karen Smith with Floofy Doofy. It doesn't look like we have a Floofy Doofy down for boarding today. I don't, but I was hoping I could get my reservation with the clinic down the road just transferred over here. What do you mean get your reservation with the clinic down the road transferred over here? Because they're requiring me to get some things done in order to board there as a client. So I just figured since I'm not a client here, I could just have my reservation just transferred over here and I can board Floofy Doofy with you guys. Okay, so that's not really how boarding works. We're not affiliated with that vet clinic, so we can't transfer anything, and I can guarantee whatever they're needing you to get updated, we need it here too. Okay, well, as a new client, and I'm sure you want my money and my business, I want to board Floofy Doofy here over the weekend. Okay, so we are completely booked up for boarding over this weekend. I do apologize for the inconvenience, but we would also need to establish you as a client here first. That doesn't work for me. So we need to figure out how to rectify the situation. Okay, well, I think the best thing to do would be go back to your other vet clinic where you have the boarding reservation and board with them and just have them update what's needed. Because you'd have to do that here anyways with us if you were going to stay here. So you're saying that I can't come here, you're denying me service? Ma'am, I'm not denying you service. I'm just saying there are a few extra steps needed before you can just drop your dog off. Well, I'm going to let that vet clinic know about my experience here and how unpleased I am with this vet clinic. Okay, we have absolutely nothing to do with that vet clinic, so have a great day. Thank you for coming into the vet clinic. How may I help you? Hi, I need to get this medication refilled, please. Okay, yeah, let me take a look. So it looks like this wasn't prescribed here. Are you a current client with us? No, I'm just actually in town visiting a friend. I do live in a different state, and I've never been here, so. Okay, so in order to get this filled, we would need to establish you here as a client. The doctor does need to see you, and the doctor does need to approve prescribing this to you. You can just fill it. I promise I won't tell anybody. I won't tell anyone if you just go back there and you just fill it for me. Okay, has your current vet in a different state seen you within the past year? And is this an ongoing medication that they approve of you being on? It is. I just saw them last month. Okay, so it'd probably be in your best interest and cheaper to give them a call and see if they can call it into a pharmacy for you within the area that you're staying. No, I want to get this filled right now. Okay, so we don't have any appointments for new or existing clients for 2 weeks. So I do think it would be in your, again, best interest and time to call your old vet or your current vet and get them to send in a prescription for you. They are very busy. I don't want to bother them, and while I am standing here, I want you to fill this for me because my dog needs this, and I forgot to fill it before I left on vacation, and he's actually been out of it for a month now. Ma'am, there's nothing more I can do for you. This is a human medication as well, so any local pharmacy should be able to fill this for you. You do need to call your current vet and talk to them. Please. Thank you. If you don't mind just filling out this client info sheet real quick, the tech will be right with you. No thank you. I don't have time to fill that out. Okay, yeah, it's just a form confirming all of your information. It looks like we had some mail that was returned for you too, so if you don't mind just changing your address on there. Okay, I mean, I guess I'm waiting for an appointment. I'm not here to fill this out. Okay, there's totally not a rush on it. If you aren't able to finish it in time, you can just take the form into the room with you and give it to the tech. Okay, I guess if you insist on me doing this, it's definitely not like a secret form. I am going to be typing into the computer system everything you write down. Hi, is this Floofy Doofy? I'm going to be your tech today, Amanda. If you want to go ahead and follow me back into a room, we'll get you started. I'm not finished with the form yet, so I'm going to sit here and finish it. You're more than welcome to bring the form with you into the room, and we can just go ahead and get started, and you can finish filling it out while we are proceeding with your appointment. But the receptionist said it was really important to get it finished right this second. Yeah. Hi, good morning, Samantha. How are you? Wow, we have 10 overnight voicemails? Wow, that's crazy. Let me sit down and I'll listen to them. Do you hear knocking? Is there someone at the door? Hi, good morning, ma'am. Sorry, the door's still locked. We don't open for another half hour. What's going on? Really? You don't open for another half hour? I left you guys voicemail after voicemail after voicemail. Okay, yes, I was actually just listening to them. What's going on? Why are you asking me what's going on if you just said you were listening to my voicemails? Ma'am, it is 6:30 and I have not had one sip of my coffee yet. Can you please just tell me what's going on? I need to get food for my dog immediately. Of course, is it a food that we don't usually have in stock? Do we need to order it for you? Or did you just come all this way just to get like a regular food? How am I supposed to know if you have it in stock? I just thought I'd come over here and just go ahead and check before I started my day. Okay, we don't even have the computers up and running yet, the credit card machines. We don't have any of the cash out from last night. Do you mind just coming in and just waiting for a second? No, I can't wait. I got here early to beat the traffic and to beat like the rush of people. I really need to get this right now. Okay, I can't make the computers turn on any faster. We are doing our best. Is this what all your voicemails were about? All 10 of the urgent voicemails? Yes, this is very urgent. I need food for my dog so my dog can stay alive. I understand. So you're out of food completely? Well, no, I mean, I already fed my dog breakfast and I have a few more cans, but I'm just worried, you know. Yeah, okay. It's gonna be a day. Okay. I'm here to meet up with my husband. It should be under Mike, a party of 2. Good evening, ma'am. You said Mike, party of 2. So it looked, let me guess, it's already checked in and you already sat Mike down. Where is he? Mike! Mike! Okay, hold on. There's no need to yell. We're not gonna scream, but maybe there's just a little bit of miscommunication, or maybe it's a different Mike. The computer's not wrong. I can see him right there with that woman. Oh boy. That's not good. Hello, Mike and Alicia. Are we enjoying our dinner tonight? Whoa, hey babe, what are you doing here right now? No, this is not what it looks like. Oh really? A work dinner at the nicest, most exclusive restaurant in the city at this hour with her wearing that? This does not look like a work dinner. No, the two of us are just here so I can tell her how to be a better executive assistant for me. She doesn't make my coffee right, she doesn't know how to use the fax machine. You don't even take me here because of the prices, but you're gonna take little Miss Pencil Skirt over here to this restaurant? Ma'am, I'm gonna need you just to follow me back up to the front. You can't be yelling right now in the middle of this restaurant. I will make a scene if I want to. I have to get a picture of this. The divorce attorney that I'm gonna end up hiring is gonna love this. Yeah, look at that. That's definitely not a work dinner. No, babe, just sit down. We can just get another chair. All three of us can hang out. You know what? I put up with all of this for years, and now I'm done. This is what, your 5th assistant? Because assistants can't just stay your assistant? We're done. This is completely done. One more picture for good luck. Have a nice night, Mike. Okay, well, not my business. Hi, welcome to the vet clinic. How may I? What the hell is that noise? Yes, ma'am, as per the sign right in front of you, right next to the candle that's lit, the music right now is just to signal the whole entire lobby and the staff that we do have a euthanasia present, so just to keep our voices down low while we're up here. Y'all never have music playing in the lobby and I have a work call in just a second. Turn it off. Ma'am, it is our clinic protocol to play the music in the lobby whenever someone is saying goodbye to their pet. If you don't mind just taking a seat with your pet, we'll be right with you. Just turn it down. Yes, this is she. Oh, it's so nice to hear from you. Yes, I'm at the vet with my puppy right now. My puppy that I just love. Ma'am, can you please take that outside? You were yelling right in front of their room, and I'm sure the last thing they want to hear is about your healthy baby puppy. So can you please go outside? Sorry, I can't hear you over the loud, obnoxious music that's playing right now in this vet clinic. Yes, no, I know. Yeah. Ma'am, when the music is on and the candle is lit, we have silence in the lobby. Go outside. Go outside. Duh. You're interrupting my very important phone call, so I'm just gonna go outside because it's too noisy in here anyways. Good. Thank you for going outside. And maybe just while you're out there, you can get back in your car and you can leave. Have a good day. Hi, welcome into the restaurant. How may I help you? Yeah, no, we're good. We don't need your services, but thank you. Okay, hi. Yes, you do need my services. That's why I'm here. This restaurant is a reservation-based restaurant unless you're going up to the bar. Are you going up to the bar? You don't look like you're going to the bar. I don't think it's much of your business where we are going, but for your information, we're just going to one of the tables in the bar area, not the bar. Yes, so the bartenders don't actually serve those tables. They do have servers assigned to them, so you would need a reservation for those tables just because they're in the bar area. They're not bar tables, if that makes sense. They're just still regular booths and tables. But I can put you on the wait list. It'll be about 60 minutes. I don't think you understand because all restaurants have the same kind of policies, but the one down the road, it is free seating. We can walk in and sit wherever we want in the bar area. I understand, but that's just simply not how this restaurant runs. So are you wanting to be put on the wait list for a table, or are you wanting to go sit at the actual bar where it is open seating? I don't think you're understanding though. Why would we be put on a wait list for sitting in a booth in the bar area? Like, that doesn't make any sense. We're not in the rest of the restaurant. I do understand. I just don't think that you are understanding me, and I don't know another way to put it. The bar itself, where that man is shaking that little drink around in his hand, that is open seating. You are more than welcome to go sit at the bar. But the tables and booths in the bar area, just like in the rest of the restaurant, they are reservation based. No thanks, and I stopped listening a while ago, but there's an open booth right there and we're gonna go sit there. Sure, but nobody will serve you. So if you just want to sit there and stare at the wall, go for it. You just don't understand, and this is how the one down the street does it. But this is not that restaurant down the street. This is this restaurant with a whole different set of rules, a whole different set of policies, different business owner, kind of all the things. So, sorry. Welcome into the vet clinic. How may I help you? I don't know. I'm here. Yes, sir, you are here right now today. What's your pet's name so I can get you checked in? This is Parker? Okay, you still seem unsure. Just kidding. It looks like Parker is due for vaccines and a heartworm test today. Is that okay with you? I don't know, whatever my wife said. Okay, do you want to give her a call and ask her just to make sure? All she told me was that I just needed to take the dog to the vet. That was it. That's why I'm here today. I will call your wife just to make sure, because we don't want to do anything that you guys don't approve of. So just take a seat and I'll get her on the phone. Yeah, I'm just the transportation. I don't take care of the dog. She's working, and all she said, literally all she said, was to take Parker to the vet. That's it. Okay, and you did that. So good job. But I am just going to call her just to make sure that she's okay with these services. You are all checked in for right now. A tech will be right up if you just want to take a seat. I'm here to drop off my dog for boarding. Hi, welcome. What's your first and last name so I can get you checked in? My wife is the one that usually does this, so I'm not going to have all of the answers to your questions. Yeah, that's no problem at all. We understand. But let's just start with your first and last name and your pet's name. Yeah, I think I could answer that one. This is Floofy Doofy, and I'm Joe Smith. Okay, Floofy Doofy, perfect. It looks like you're dropping off today to Friday, and then we're going to have a bath upon departure. Does that maybe sound correct? Maybe. I have no idea. Okay, no worries. And what about food? Did you bring your own food from home, or are we going to be using our food here? Did you bring any treats, toys, bed, or blanket with you? I don't know. The dog wouldn't eat if my wife didn't take care of him, you know? So I have no idea. Okay, yeah, and last question. What's the best emergency phone number for you? I'm going to go ahead and assume it's your wife's, probably, right? And she gave me this list, so hopefully that helps. Sorry, I forgot about it in the beginning. Awesome, wonderful, thank you. So it does say here that you do have food of your own. Is it maybe in your car? Beats me. I'm just the taxi. I have no idea. Okay, it says on this list that he's on a very special diet, and it's not a diet that we carry here, so we wouldn't be able to feed it for him unless you bring it in with you. And she said it's imperative that he stays on this diet. Yes, I'm so glad you said that. She did load up a bag in my car. Let me go grab it for you, and that should probably be the food, right? Yes, perfect. If you don't mind just grabbing that. It also looks like she packed him a bed, toys, medications, and a blanket as well. So yeah, we're gonna need that bag. Thank you. Yeah, this just is not part of my normal routine, so I have absolutely no idea what goes on with the dog. But thank you so much. Ma'am, hi. Hi. Hello, it's rude to ignore people. Oh, hi. Sorry, I couldn't hear you. What's going on? Do you have a connecting flight whenever we land? Is DFW your final location? Yeah, I do have a connecting flight after this. DFW is not my destination. Okay, well, I have a connecting flight, and from there I have plans. So I was really hoping that you would just switch with me. That would be so great. I can't sit in the back. No? Yeah, I paid for the seat, and I'm not going to be switching. So, yeah, have a good day. Do not ignore me, young lady. No, I'm not switching with you. Go talk to the flight attendant or to the gate agent if you want to get on a different seat. This flight is not full. There's clearly empty seats everywhere. Maybe they can help you. Do not touch me. Flight attendant! Hi, good evening. What seems to be the problem? The problem is that I have a connecting flight the second that I land, and this young lady right here is not willing to switch seats with me. I don't have time to be at the back of the plane. I could care less what is going on with this lady, but she has touched me. She's tried to take off my headphones. I've already said no. Get her away from me right now. Ma'am, please go sit in your seat, or I'm going to need to go get the pilot, and I don't think you're gonna like that. No need to get the pilot. I'll go to the back. I just don't know who raised the generation that raised you. Ma'am, can I please get a glass of Chardonnay like the exact second we get in the air and you can serve me? Of course, and please let me know if she comes up here and tries to bother you again. We don't tolerate that kind of behavior on this airline. Have a good flight. Hi, welcome into the super busy restaurant. How can I help you? You know, you'd be a lot prettier if you smiled more. What? You know, I always saw you back there before you came over here and you weren't really smiling. I just feel like, what do you have to be sad or worried about? Literally nothing. Like, what can I get you to drink? Do you need a few more minutes at the menu? Maybe some appetizers for the table? You don't need to give any attitude. I'm just giving a little bit of customer feedback, constructive criticism. I just think you'd maybe even make more money if you just use those muscles in your face. Okay, sounds like maybe we're just not hungry or thirsty at the moment right now. So I'm gonna go check on a few other tables and then I'll come back. We're ready. I don't know why she doesn't like us. You ready to order? Okay, what can I get you started with? We'll take some hot water, piping hot water with 3 lemons each. Thank you. Of course. Welcome into the vet clinic. How may I? Yes, you may. May I what? Do you need a refill? Do you need me to throw this away for you? I need a refill right now. Let me pull up your dog's chart. So it looks like we haven't seen you in 2 years. Is that correct? Yes, but it's the same kind of ear infection, you know, that he always gets in the past. So I'm sure the doctor would be just a-okay with refilling this medication. Okay, so we haven't seen you in 2 years. We would need to do an exam. You do need to have a consult with the doctor. And it looks like usually in the past we've done ear cytologies and we've done different medications, you know, depending on the results. Okay, now you see, I live 2 blocks down the road and I drove all the way over here. So I'm getting a refill right now. Okay, I apologize for the 2-minute inconvenience of you driving over here, but we're not going to be able to refill this without the doctor seeing your pet. No, you see, I don't want to do an exam. I don't want to do a cytology. I don't want to do anything. I just want this specific medication refilled. And the point of the ear cytology is to determine what kind of, you know, infection or bacteria, or maybe it's allergies, what's going on with inside your dog's ear so we can prescribe the right kind of medication. Okay, I'll just pick up a refill of every kind of medication to treat every kind of ear infection. I apologize, but that's not how this works. I don't think that you're being honest with me because my dog has never had surgery. I've never approved of any kind of cytology. So an ear cytology is not surgery. It's non-invasive. It's a very effective way to be able to diagnose what's going on. Can you go back there and ask him? I don't like having this conversation with you. So he's in a room right now. I can put in a note for him to give you a call, but I can tell you just right now he's not going to be okay with refilling the medication. We haven't seen you in 2 years. I need to hear that from him. I don't care if that's true or not. Okay, I have this all put in for him and I will talk to you later. What do you mean you'll talk to me later? I want to talk to the doctor. Yes, but after you talk to him on the phone, he's going to transfer you right back up here to me to get you scheduled with an exam. So have a good day, and I'll speak to you later, Gator.